LGD versus T1. This is going to be quite the showdown. Of course, LGD virtually untouchable.
I'm trying to think back the last couple of years of TI where it has felt like there's been that clear of a favorite after the groups. I'm not sure if that was the case.
LGD was 1 year, but they didn't win.
Yeah.
Got third place, I believe. We're going to see a skewer here from Faith Beyond. Whitemon in quite a bit of trouble. I think he's resigned to his own death here, but Jinq might get right-clicked down by 23 Savage as well. Looks like it'll end up being likely a trade of sorts as Faith Beyond just needs a couple more right-clicks with that shockwave. So 1 for 1, but First Blood is the way of T1. He's losing mid, but not by an astronomical amount by any means, but the fact that it's even that point is crazy, considering it's a DK versus Lina.
He's
He's going to connect. Cuckoo, he's done. So PSG LGD evens it up in terms of the kills, but you can see there's still a 1K net worth lead for them. We can see the top net worth right now is Ame on this terribly. How is this game looking for him in terms of like a theory crafting, just as a TB game overall?
I would say it's pretty damn good. The one hero you picked it into that... Oh, hang on.
Yep.
Mid lane.
Dragon form. Y in the vicinity. Swarm comes out as well, but a nice LSA. Carl has his ult and nothing to say will drop as a result. And Y taking some right clicks as well, so double kill for Carl. Nice rotations from T1 overall. Jinq gonna get caught by the Frostbite. This could be a triple kill for Carl. Indeed,
wow,
it
nice
is.
Move.
Talk about a bounce back for T1.
As far as the Terrorblade goes, I think it's a very good game for TB. The primary concern you have here is probably the Morphling E-Blade, which has been traditionally a counter pick actually to Terrorblade.
Yeah.
But they do choose to pick it into it largely because of what I think, because of what BSJ said. This is a very good Crystal Maiden.
Y gets off the Nightmare. Nothing to say is in his Dragon form as well. You can see Whitemon taking most of the damage here, but there's the duel. Carl doesn't have that much mana to expend, but the LSA should be enough. Is nothing to say. Takes another death in this game. Again, great rotations from T1, despite them being the ones getting initiated on. Well, I think one of the reasons LGD is so good is because of their general flexibility. Like, nothing to say. I just talked about how different of a role that is, technically speaking. And we're going to see the stop it to the Fiend's Grip. Cuckoo, very unlucky. And that's going to be a kill going the way of Ame again.
3v1.
Yeah. Oh, we might see some action in this top lane. Nothing to say. I mean, Dragon Knight's not really one of those heroes that's going to take up that much space farming, so that leaves Faith Beyond to get really big. There's the stun into the RP. Do they have enough damage to take out the Morphling? Yes, indeed they do. And T1 absolutely getting crushed right now. 3K net worth lead. Nightmare. Do they have the vision? Yep. The time-lapse in place just for the HP, but double kill goes the way of Jinq and a tier 1 tower to fall as well.
Hiding behind the tree line and had the ward in front, so as soon as that smoke breaks, he can immediately just Shikuchi away, and they have a very hard time finding the opening on him, so basically just a safe breaker there. And with superior vision right now in this area, Kuko's kind of potentially thinking about this. They will see the wall.
RP was canceled at the very least, but it's going to cost Faith Beyond his life. I don't know if that was just perfect timing or if that was actual reaction. Overwhelming odds comes out. Carl continuing to chase. Don't think they want to go high ground. A little bit too sketchy. Only a 25-second death timer, so not enough time to really go for Roche, but the smoke from T1 trying to wrap around. But you can see the positioning for PSG LGD. There is the initiation. That's going to be the first duel victory for Cuckoo. And when it's this early in the game, it's really difficult to go get Roche because the timers are so low. And
really close to blowing the RP there, but Cuckoo obviously with that ward pre-placed had his finger on the blink button and got out. And all right, only 1K lead now for PSG LGD. That was the biggest gold swing that T1 have had go their way in the entire game.
Yep, absolutely. As we're going to see Whitemon get picked off.
RP.
RP.
Nice press.
Okay. Well, that didn't result in much. Here's the duel onto the Dragon Knight. Buyback down from Whitemon, but it looks like the damage is going to go the way of the Dragon instead. It will be a trade of lives, though, as that is a dieback on the Whitemon. And we'll see if this is enough for PSG LGD to try to go into the Roche pit. Now, this is the TI main stage, Cinderin.
Yeah, it was a nice graphic.
For God's sake.
Graphic was the word. It came to me in a dire moment of need here. What I think about the win expectancy being 2-1?
You're going to have to hold that thought. We got a duel coming in.
All right.
And Cuckoo gets some more damage. Okay, that's a random centaur from the Helm of the Dominator from Mr. Magnus.
They're gonna go for this. They know there's no RP.
Yeah, and another 10 seconds though, so it's coming in a bit close. We got the horn toss. Whitemon dead again. He's just racking up these deaths, but Cuckoo and company, E-Blade's not going to be enough to take out Faith Beyond. He's going to have RP now. Zephyr taking quite a bit of damage, but will back up to safety. And I think T1, oh, you can see the Mortimer's Kisses. This is definitely going to force them back. And the Dragon Knight initiates onto Cuckoo, has to press the attack himself. Looks like he will be able to walk away safely, though.
This is looking like a potential PSG LGD Roche. 5 seconds on Metamorphosis.
And they're smoking.
They have RP, and they do have a really good ward here. Oh,
yep. Carl gets Dragon Tail, but there's the press the attack save. 23 Savage able to blow up wide. Does have buyback though. There's the skewer back into the Laguna Blade. They're not going to be able to get the kill, but it's going to be a trade either way. Magnus not able to get off his RP. Pretty big deal, but a big cookie from Jin Q. The follow-up from Nothing to Say. They will have enough damage to tear through him. 65 seconds of no Lina.
We already had a highlight clip earlier today, pre-match, when you saw Jin Q, I believe in one of the qualifiers, hitting a nutty one of those, and that one, another high-impact play, stun into stun into stun, into death.
Yeah.
They probably had
another Dragon Tail. The save is not enough, though. Press the attack. Usually a fail-safe. Not this time around. Just too much damage to work with on LGD's side. And that should finally mean Roche is conceded.
Yeah. Gonna go the way of Ame here.
Oh, you do have press the attack shard, Cinderin.
That's true.
To give you a brief moment of magic immunity.
1.75 seconds of ulti there.
Very good.
He could actually still
like
just
you
die
said,
to terribly
either way, they have 2 BKB piercing stuns.
Yeah. If you get one of those on the Maiden, you're probably happy, though.
Yeah, that's a good point. Oh, we have the initiation from Nothing to Say. Dragon Tail, Faith Beyond, skewers back into the fray. An easy pickoff for LGD again. Still holding that Aegis for another 3 minutes. Can't blame them. Still 2 minutes on that Aegis. So like you said, it will be a completely free set of racks for LGD.
Just so clean, right? They see that they have enough time for this. They grab exactly what they can, get out, and lose nothing.
Yeah.
That was even with Dragon Form expiring about 2 seconds into the push, but they're just so confident.
Oh, he gets the Nightmare off. That's the Aether Lens. Look at that ridiculous range. Of course, has Fiend's Grip if they really need it, but it doesn't look like it'll come to be. Oh, press the attack. They're actually going to expend RP. This is a really important kill.
Oh, they also grab.
Finally taken out. Does take quite a bit, but nice catch there by the Y.
But I don't know if T1 realized, so perhaps they're still going to be scared of the grip. I think Y canceled it very, very quickly. Yeah, that's a big pick on Carl and LGD, just straight down mid.
Yep, still a minute to burn.
They want to force the buyback, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't blame them. E-Blade.
All right, they get it.
Yep, DK looks fine for now, but there's the duel. Can they save him? Carl pops the BKB, trying to create as much space on the sideline as possible. Laguna Blade blows up the Bane in the meantime. Eventually, Cuckoo does fall. It's a 2-for-2 with the buyback now onto Carl. And with that, PSG LGD will back away. Oh, they find the horn toss onto Zephyr and gets the time lapse off up to full HP again. Still working on an Aghanim Scepter for himself, which is another turning point potential for T1.
I believe the Fiend Script should still be channeling. If you do get time lapse, it sticks on you basically, but the repositioning can be easily enough to save you, especially against Terrorblade. Oh, Zephyr.
Yeah.
Hello.
Showing here. Oh, the shard into the cookie. Goodbye. You talked about the power of Jin Q shard. You could go for the Dragon Knight one's okay.
I actually think they're going to give him the Zeal here.
All right. Yep. There it is. Yep. He will consume it.
All you need is to get in one attack when you're starting to struggle, and you're going to get all of that health back right in, and here we go.
And here we have meta popped again.
Oh, Carl isn't in position
Oh, the skewer back with the horn toss set up into the RP, but no! Press the attack waveform is enough to bait out the RP. And T1, see if they want to try to take advantage of this. I mean, they're going to have to if this continues to go in LGD's favor with this push. E-Blade onto Ame. You can see the jump in from Nothing to Say with an overwhelming blick being shown as Carl has to pop his BKB, and there is the duel. Do they have enough damage with the Sunder from Ame, allowing the duel victory to go the way of Nothing to Say. He's just going to walk that one off, but 23 Savage can't walk that one off. That is just too much damage to withstand. And Carl jumps in. This is going to be the beginning of the end, I do believe, although 2 buybacks come up for T1. And the Metamorphosis is running out, but again, he has Demon Zeal to work with. Bane's going to take a tumble. Whitemon drops to the deck as well, 1-for-1. Laguna Blade, Ame getting extremely low. That's just the Aegis, though. And Carl completely out of mana. Nothing to Say is still alive throughout all of this, some way, somehow. And just going to play all the pressure to the racks here. This will be a dieback onto Carl.
On the
and it looks like that is going to be enough to GG out of game 1. And like we talked about, Synderen, T1 have looked really good after that first day of the group stage, but LGD are just on another level of everyone so far. Just game 1, though.
Do you know what LGD stands for, Sensfan?
What's that?
Looking good, dominating.
God, that is awful.
Thank you.
You know how to kill a cat.
Yeah, that's what I do.
What did you expect?
Thank you, BSJ. First blood, Synderen. We just caught it on camera. Beautifully done. We saw this kind of work in slow motion.
It is pretty much on the greedy side, right? Like playing Doom, Medusa, Magnus. Doesn't get much greedier than that. But at the same time, you look at LGD's lineup, which isn't necessarily the fastest either.
Yeah, we got the
Carl's
Spirit
dead.
Siphon into the Crypt Swarm. I mean, honestly, pretty easy kill and pretty expected as well.
Look at his denies, by the way. 21 denies on the Terror Blade, just really shutting down Magnus in lane. Not letting him get very much here for Cuckoo. Working on Helm of the Dominator. Not sure how much I like that this game on Doom.
Yeah, we got the cookie initiation again. Faith Beyond and company. Fissure connects, but the counter Starbreaker with the rotation from Whitemon. Looks like, at the very least, T1 get the trade they're looking for. 23 Savage, in fact, getting the credit for that one.
Obviously, the Swiftness Aura might help him a little bit with the farming speed in the jungle.
He really likes tomatoes, I'm sure. Delicious ketchup.
As does anyone sane, Sunspan TV.
Well, if they're cooked, maybe. Carl, it's going to be spotted here, but should be fun. He's going to get... That's not the hoof stop.
No,
that one was not worth, I don't think. The tower taking heavy damage, but here's the rotation from T1. Even 23 Savages come to play. Trying to take out Jin Q. Looks like he'll survive.
Oh, meta.
And on the other side, Ame with the meta. 23 Savage trying to TP out. Ain't going to happen. And this tower will fall one way or the other, but...
And you can't really fault either of the teams for the other bans they're doing, right? There's just a lot of heroes that are really good, and there's a lot
can't
of...
ban everything, but there's the Doom onto Ame and the Finger of Death. Very nicely played from T1. Beautiful positioning.
I have a big piece of trivia for you.
Oh boy.
Can you name a hero that has the exact same spells that it's had for the entire history of the hero?
Sven?
No.
I mean, Warcry is slightly different, I guess. All right, I had to think about this one. Don't tell me. We're going to have a 4-man smoke here from LGD. Carl gonna break it. Faith Beyond jumps in. Solar Guardian's coming, but you can see the immediate Doom into the Earth Splitter, though. Looks like they're going to be able to get the RP off as well. Faith Beyond drops to the deck. Finger of Death finishes off Nothing to Say. And T1 showing up in spades here. Have a 3K net worth lead. Make it 2 as Jin Q. Shockwave into the Centaur. Mana Drain to follow. And another, whoop. Okay, Echo Stomp delays the inevitable, it seems. And that is a quick 3 kills for T1. Now, Y on the run.
Very good awareness here from LGD that they can get away with this. Probably going to give it to Ame. If he gets ganked by 3 heroes, it's okay, you know, whatever. But actually, you have the smoke coming in here. They want to try to see if they can get a jump on Faith Beyond, but he seems very aware. Oh,
Carl whips himself, trying to find Faith Beyond in the trees. Enchant Totem. Blink Dagger's not up from their 6 seconds, but looks like he has juked successfully. In the meantime, they will find a pickoff onto Jin Q instead.
Yeah, knows there's a ward there now, of course, being caught in the trees, but what a great play from Faith Beyond. The one escape he had, and he found it.
30 seconds on the Aegis, so we're going to see Solar Guardian with the whip Doom. Cuckoo in the vicinity gets the Shockwave, and this is going to be an easy kill for T1 again. Nothing to Say, just ticks away there.
Doesn't do much against DP. The Ghosts have True Strike, but against Terrorblade it is very, very good.
This is going to be the first time I've seen the Dawnbreaker Ags in a pro game, actually.
Yeah, you're right. Some of the games we saw in the group stages were VP.
Oh my god, they actually found him.
Okay.
All right. That is going to be a kill. So PSG LGD successfully take out Carl, who again is the top net worth right now.
I get that you have the 9-second BKB on DP, but getting the one on Terrorblade on top of it would be really good. I guess they need to cover the area because Roshan can respawn any second now. So maybe this is just by necessity. That's got to be it. If Roche couldn't be up, I don't think they do the smoke.
23 Savage, Fissure into the Enchant Totem initiation. Nothing to say it's to pop his BKB, but he just runs away now.
Oh, why did he BKB?
A little bit of a misstep here potentially from LGD. We'll see if T1 can take advantage. There's now 23 Savage. You can see his build. That's why Scotty just picked up that BKB.
This is really
one of
bad
the
news
few
for PSG
mistakes
LGD.
from LGD we've seen.
BKB and Exorcism for what? Like now you can just lose Roche in 30 seconds. You won't have one of your cores effectively.
Yeah, Carl wants to jump in. He does so. Gets fissured immediately into the Echo side, but there's a Solar Guardian. Will he live? Finally, the right clicks will be enough to take him out, but the RP onto 3 heroes into the skewer. 23 Savage is going ham here, but finally the Sunder comes out from Ame as 23 Savage forced to TP out, but no, the BKB ends and he gets canceled. The right clicks are there along with nothing to say with that Spirit Siphon. 23 Savage trying to hold his ground, but eventually these right clicks will be too much as Ame just continuing to pound upon him, but nothing to say is the one taking most of the damage from Medusa. One more right click will do it. He dies along with the double kill from 23 Savage, the buyback onto the Elder Titan. Ame getting extremely low, finally dropped to the deck, as this is a complete disaster for both teams. Everybody's dying. Finally, Zephyr TPing out will be successful. It feels like everybody died. 7 deaths for PSG LGD.
Kind of committing to the pit.
Yeah, they're showing Faith Beyond close to the tier 2. Yeah. I mean,
BKB?
Yeah. All right, they force out the BKB, but yeah, you're right. This is just completely left for T1 now. So Aegis Shard. Shard will be consumed by Medusa. So that's going to be the single. Oh, Doom onto nothing to say. In the meantime, Carl, see if they can actually pick this up. Cuckoo does get off the horn toss, and a finger of death from Whitemon is enough.
It's just a matter of protecting Medusa as she clicks people down one at a time. Level 25s are also somewhat on the horizon here. Medusa level 23.5. For comparison, Ame is level 20 on the Terrorblade, and that's usually just how it goes. A lot of the gold that Terrorblade gets has 0 experience with it because of the nature of how he farms. Solar Guardian.
Earth Splitter was used. Solar Guardian actually canceled. No, sorry, that's the Aghanim Scepter. He actually kept it the entire time. And now Faith Beyond taking the brunt of the damage here as Cuckoo gets to skewer off. Why? With the Force Staff, you hear the Exorcism go off as well. Faith Beyond with a nice, beautiful fissure into the Echo Slam. They're going to blow up the Doom. Nothing to say, trying to maneuver himself around that fissure as Cuckoo pops a BKB into the skewer. TP attempt will be successful at getting out.
Zephyr's in trouble.
He is completely surrounded, gets off the Starbreaker, but dies shortly after. So LGD with a nice exchange here. They lose Faith Beyond.
So not very much growth left here for Ame for a bit. Main things he wants actually are from Roshan at this point, and maybe a better neutral item. Skewer.
Yeah, Cuckoo. Oh, that's a really long skewer. That talent is insane. Finger of Death. And nothing
Big
to say.
kill.
Another death to his name.
Needs to be a little bit careful about the Shaker block on that Medusa in case.
Third Roche is up. So, Echo Slam. This is for a Dawnbreaker. Fissure to follow. He's actually going to heal himself and be fine. Carl has come in with that Doom as well. This time they will find the kill. The pump fakes galore as Faith Beyond drops 65 seconds. No Earthshaker. Cinderin, you know what we're going to talk about here. There's an Ags on the floor.
Oh, I thought you were going to say tier 5 items.
Doom picks it up, so longer Doom duration, and it breaks. Break doesn't really do anything, does it? It's just for the 6-second extra duration. Unless I'm missing something. Cuckoo. Oh, he gets the ARP. Oh, no, he hard toss Aster. The wrong direction. Oh, boy.
We need wards.
The refresher just picked up by Cuckoo. They don't know this.
They don't know.
So he has another RP to work with. Very sneaky indeed.
This is very spicy, Carl.
Now 4 smoke now for LGD. Fissure into the initiation, but there's a Solar Guardian from afar. Can he get off the BKB in time? He does. He will live as a result. In the meantime, we see a big Impale on the backside. Nothing to say. Pops his BKB and runs. Or Exorcism is already used, which means T1 just have to wait this out. Was Echo Slam just used?
He used it in the last fight when they jumped
on cooldown for 20 seconds. Yeah. Okay. But that's the beauty, you talked about this earlier, that's the beauty of having somebody like Dawnbreaker. You can TP up there, no problem, and just use your ult to get back in the fight if you need to.
Yeah, it's doing T1 a lot of good right now, having a global hero, that's for sure.
Oh, the jump in again, nothing to say, gets doomed, but the Fissure blocks them off a bit. Cuckoo expends an RP. And nothing to say, just completely surrounded and will be brought down here. They do lose Lion though, so 1 for 1.
Yo, Savage is in the middle of nowhere here. Could be good, could be bad.
Yeah, right clicks from 23 Savage coming. I think doing a lot of damage, but the Fissure continues to block him off.
Could be nothing.
Great tool against the siege tank that is Medusa. 23 Savage has a refresher for himself now, so double BKB, double Stone Gaze, double Silver Edge.
Wow.
Yep, strong stuff, I know. Oh, Zephyr is going to be spotted out. That's the Demon Zeal popped. They're going to be able to take out Dawnbreaker in quick succession here. Carl looking to potentially go in, pops the BKB. Nothing to say, does the same. Doom actually applied to Ame, but he's already in meta form. I think they'd be fine to fight here.
Carl has used everything.
T1, there's a huge RP from Cuckoo though, and the right click from 23 Savage just decimating LGD. Earthshaker buys back into the game, second RP onto Ame. He's stuck in place, but there is the lifesteal. And look at how much damage he actually does. He's getting kited from afar though, as 23 Savage with that split shot modifier going to work on LGD overall. Can they stun lock Ame enough? Zephyr getting right click down from afar. The Sunder talent was definitely taken, as you see. Ame used it multiple times. Faith Beyond's finally come back in the fight. Trying to kite Medusa as much as possible. Ame, all he can do is try to lifesteal. It's not going to happen though. Double kill for 23 Savage. Finally will go down. Does have buyback, and Ame's going to expend his. So Jin Q working on Carl right now, burning down to that Inferno Blade. Fissure, nicely done. Blocks off Carl completely. Faith Beyond on the wrong side though.
Keep in mind, Carl has no buyback.
Still has that magic immunity. 23 Savage buys back in the game. Looks like they want to try to finish this one way or the other, Cinderin. And there, Carl jumps in on nothing to say with the finger of death. Down he goes, double kill for him. Buyback again from LGD. 5 versus 5, assuming nobody has buyback at this point. Good, Gaben. Can they continue to fight here, or do they want to back?
Oh, the Fissure
on the wrong side.
Oh.
Provides enough space for 23 Savage to get away safely. This game is insane. 27k net worth lead, and this feels so even. Has the Aegis, Cheese, Ags, and Refresher Shard this time, which for T1, Echo Stomp being shown here. LGD.
This is a really big moment for T1.
Looks like they're coming to potentially contest. It's already at half health though. There's the Mortimer's Kisses from afar. That's the talent. Look at how much damage that is actually doing. Carl has to be careful, but there's a Solar Guardian. Has to be used to try to defend Roche. Earth Splitter's there as well. Looks like they'll finally get Roche eventually. He's nothing to say. Has to pop his Exorcism and jump into the Echo Slam. Roshan is taken out. Who the hell got the Aegis? That is the first death for Dawnbreaker. Refresher Orb on the ground, for God's sake. Faith Beyond's going to take a tumble to 1 for 1. Aegis claimed by 23 Savage. LGD need to reset. Cuckoo not able to get the right horn toss. It was on an illusion. So T1 getting the better of that, I do believe. They got the Aegis. I can't keep track of these items. Gonna get their second lane of rack. They can't go for Megas. The tier 2 bot still remains after all this time. That is actually shocking. In fact, just going to go for the tier 4s for now. Obviously, hinders Ame's ability to push out these lanes. And the fact that he has Shard, actually. It's the triple mana drain. Tier 4, all right. Faith Beyond is back, and remember, Dawnbreaker can just come in. There's Cuckoo. Oh, he kind of stutter steps there. Finally gets off the skewer, back into the fray. You can see the Earth Splitter from afar. Solar Guardian coming in as well. Can they kill Ame? Yes, they can. 120 seconds of no Terror Blade. PSG LGD might be putting on the brink here of game 3 if they're able to not hold this off. The Ancient is exposed as 23 Savage continuing to just pound upon it, forcing them back into their fountain, and this looks like T1 will be forcing the game 3. Cinder and Faith Beyond gets off the Echo Slam though. Why? Jumps in, has a lot of damage to work with them. Nothing to say. He doesn't have enough damage to kill off 23 Savage, but okay. Satanic keeping him alive. Carl jumps in with the hoof stomp. He's continuing to try to hit this Ancient. 23 Savage. Echo Stomp again, just keeping him at bay. Eul Scepter now. Can they kite him enough? Refresher Charge used by Cuckoo. Into the RP. Into the Ancient kill. T1 force game 3. Oh!
What a sick game.
Oh my God.
That was hype. I love that game. Oh. Oh, showcasing all of the strengths of both teams, honestly. I think T1 playing some of their absolute best heroes and a lot of standout performances. How many good catches do we see from Cuckoo, among a couple of interesting we need wards in the enemy base, but for the most part, it is a really good Venomancer game for a time, at least. And I think what T1 needed here was a way to slow down the Ursa IO lane.
So all about the BKB timings for PSG LGD. And yeah, you're right. We've seen that Empower Ursa kind of just snowball. That's the one thing that Ursa kind of struggles with is farm, and when you can give him Empower. I mean, there's even a time where Ursa, oh, nope, no first blood this time. And Zephyr is going to get skewered back into the tier. Oh, no! So first blood technically goes the way of T1. I mean, Ember seems to be doing pretty decent, all things considered.
And it's I would say it's a slightly Storm-favored lane overall. Not by a lot. What Ember's going to do is exactly what Nandazuse is doing here. Oh, why? Actually gets spike.
He actually runs right back into it. Hex to follow. TP is going to be canceled because that is a super easy kill for LGD.
Kill. It's just crazy how well Spectre scales in a lot of games.
Well, to be fair, it did used to farm really poorly. Yeah. So if it was top net worth at that point, then that's a little different story than nowadays.
It's still a lot worse than most carries at farming, though, right? Like it's still slower. The Falcon Blade build-up and the
jump in from Storm, but it looks like Cuckoo wants to play as well. Trying to turn this around on the bear. Beautiful impale from Y, but results in the same ending, which is Ame Dunzo.
That's a lot of damage!
Gets destroyed as well. Double kill for nothing to say. It's going to be a back and forth action as 23 Savage pops the wand. There's nothing to say. Still has the Flame Guard applied. And another beautiful sleight of fist as a triple kill for nothing to say. Looks really bad for LGD.
Uncontested. Really surprised that T1 didn't try to do something here with their Elder Titan and maybe Veno defending, but they just willingly give up the biggest tower in the early game.
Well, let's talk about Veno. I mean, Cuckoo, we're going to see the Earth Spike come out first. Relocate on the way with nothing to say. RP from Faith Beyond. Down goes Spectre. Big kill for LGD as Carl looks to be at least trying to clean up the residual damage here. And so it ends up being a trade of supports after the fact, with a big kill, obviously, on the Spectre for 23 Savage.
And they relocate back to mid, and they're going to find more. Maybe Carl.
Yeah, but gets caught with the Searing Chains. He's completely surrounded. Not a ton of mana to work with. Cannot get to the low ground. Shockwave and completely surrounded. But Echo Stop is there. Nice dodge from nothing to say. Another kill goes his way, Cinderin. This is quite possibly the best start that I've seen him have this tournament. I mean, do you know if the DP, the one that they lost against Secret, was that the only other time they picked DP?
I don't know if it was nothing to say playing it or Faith Beyond. I actually don't remember, but I know they played it in that game. I don't know if it was the only other DP game they've had.
Gotcha.
Yeah. He's popping off in this game, that's for sure. Cuckoo is next.
Find Cuckoo and the finger of death from Y. LGD clicking on all cylinders in this game.
How insanely fast a game like this can go with an Ember having this kind of a start. You know, it's not just Ember, he's playing with IO.
Yeah.
So you get that extra mana funnel all the time. It might not seem like much to get the attack speed from Overcharge, but all of it just adds up, right? It just compounds over time.
We have a Haunt with a Static Storm. This is going to be a big kill for T1, and they find Ame.
That was a very random comment. I don't know what to say to that. Why are you suddenly thinking of 10 Roches?
I mean, he doesn't have any charges. That's definitely an issue. Hasn't really been participating in a ton of fights right now.
This bottom tower looks to fall.
Oh, Carl might be in some trouble. Do they have the damage? Absolutely. With the finger of death and the nice setup continuing to happen with nothing to say's chains.
But at the same time, also a little bit concerning that you have this lineup and you feel like you can't fight, right? Yeah. You really want to fight with these heroes. Oh, 21 Savage. Boy. He's being eyed up by Y.
Yeah, there's the Earth Spike to start things out. Ame on the way. And just going to burst him down. Finger of death gets the finishing blow. I don't want to say invincible because obviously they lost game 2, but even with that massive, massive disadvantage they had in terms of net worth, they still made it a game, which is really surprising. Yeah,
that's going to be a nice
Carl jumps in, all right.
Faith Beyond.
There's the Aghanim Scepter being used for 23 Savage, so still has Haunt online. So it's all about the timing and execution here. The Haunt, nope, that was the Shadow Step.
Nice job from Zephyr there. He actually, and from Cuckoo, they distracted Ame so long that the Fury
and there's the RP. Can they burst him in time? Y trying to layer absolutely again. Buyback is available for Carl, though. Looks like they're just giving this up. So second Roche the way of LGD, and Ame with the shard.
There are so many ways of finding kills with these two heroes together. Once the Spectre gets the Aghanims, which he obviously has, but they're just unfortunately too far behind to really take initiative right now.
Yeah, Whitemon spotted out. Easy kill. High ground defense, plus the fact that you don't have a real tower hitter, per se.
Yeah, it is going to take a little bit long. They will get a siege creep in here now, though. If they have Glyph, they could keep it alive. They don't.
Cuckoo, nothing to say, catches him. You can see Ilo relocating. Ame wants a kill, and he'll not get it. Nothing to say, taking that one, although Ame did find one earlier, Synderen, so...
Need to clean up these pesky plague wards that Cuckoo's going to keep placing. Like his itemization, by the way. I think the Halberd Force Staff is very good this game.
Yep.
You want that against Ursa. You need a repositioning tool, and you need the disarm. So...
Oh, we're going to see the jumping. Carl pops the BKB just to ensure a kill, but it's only Y for now. Cuckoo, I mean, his farm is pretty decent. I mean, Venos do get relatively farmed. Has the Force Staff in addition to everything else.
Glimpse.
Thank you. Glimpse.
Just felt like saying it. Heard the sound.
Yep.
What did he actually glimpse?
He glimpsed Magnus. Oh, all right. Orchid onto nothing to say. Do they have the damage to bring him down? Nope. That's the BKB charge again. But continuing on. No mana at all for Carl. He's going to be brought down in quick succession. And it looks like Elder Titan is next on the list. LGD showing their prowess right now. And nothing to say, just continuing to destroy everybody in his wake. Cuckoo will be the third death in this engagement. LGD winning this game in spades, and they're not remotely close right now.
T1 just ultimately, they run out of patience. They just really want to try something, so they go on the Ember, but that's not enough in the tank. And again,
23 Savage. Faith Beyond's going to run into him. There's the Yule setup. Has the RP if he needs it. Manta's pop, but here comes Ame with the right clicks. Into the horn toss. Down he goes, not even needing RP. Look at the ultimates on the top. They all have them, other than Io. Has the Aghanim Scepter, obviously the BKB, and I believe that's a refresher that he's working on.
He's close
next.
to that one too. His just raw burst against any hero that isn't BKB'd, he can...
Oh, horn toss from Faith Beyond. Whitemon is dead.
No, he was Yuled. Now he's dead.
He's dead. Is this a technically correct joke again? Oh, the bash! Oh, he's actually going to get him! Ame just beating the absolute crap out of Carl. Bash proc for the win as Cuckoo getting caught by nothing to say, and this is turning into a rout. You can see the haunt coming through, but it's not really going to happen, Synderen. Venomancer is going to end up being cleaned up here. Actually, haunt was not used. Where were those illusions from? Was that the Manta? Which that will almost certainly go to Faith Beyond. Although you could have the double refresher for nothing to say.
Double, now I'm hungry.
And down he goes. He actually pops the BKB. Huh. I guess he didn't want the haunt in to steal all the goodies. Makes sense.
RP.
Oh, I hear the RP. This is for 23 Savage. Into the right clicks we go. Into the grave, 23 Savage goes.
I think it's going to have to come down to some sort of crazy static storm that they get set up through maybe an Ag Storm Vortex.
Oh, the jump in.
They'll get that one.
Yep, they'll find one. It's been 10 minutes since he died, apparently.
Yep.
So it was
we reset
time.
the counter.
Something good happened for T1. They
when
did
did
it.
T1killlast.com? The clock is now 0.
Oh, Carl, relocate is coming, but he's going to zip away. Zephyr probably not going to be so lucky. He gets whipped into oblivion, and the bash ensures the kill for Ame. You know what they could use is a leveler.
True.
Will that drop? That might be the best item to get for PSG LGD right now.
Up to the high ground.
Indeed. Spectral Dagger with the Gale. Ursa doesn't care. Oh, the skewer in from Faith Beyond. That's going to be a freebie for the kill on Cuckoo. Does have buyback. I don't even know. Have we seen Poison Nova this game? Have you
I don't
noticed?
think it's been cast.
That's... Wow. Unreal.
I'm glad we theory crafted whether it's better than before.
Yeah. Ame, looks like they'll get this Rax, and T1 without the Elder Titan, this will be difficult to defend, even with...
Oh, the tether!
All right. Tether stun comes through with the bash. Carl takes a tumble. So that's the shard online for the IO.
Oh,
that is truly
no.
unfortunate. Earth Splitter comes inside the static storm, but the bash inside as well. As Enraged with the BKB. Ame super healthy. Just gonna focus on the buildings now. That is very unfortunate for T1. Great pickup by Jinkyu. There's the Searing Chains. All right, into the Skewer. This is gonna be a dieback for Cuckoo. And LGD absolutely crushing their way to a Game 3 victory here. 5 versus 3, as we see the Shadow Step come out as well, but Zephyr is dead. Still has buyback. And now more buildings to go for LGD. 45 seconds with the Aegis. And again, their building damage is quite bad, but there, again, the Skewer with the Horn Toss setup. Do they have enough to actually take out 23 Savage? Indeed. He does have buyback as well, though. I mean, they do have 9 kills, so...
Notice the voice chat line being used by Cuckoo there. Nothing touches the heart like my venom. Arguably, your venom doesn't touch anything, rather.
Yeah, I would like to see the Poison Nova used at least.
One Poison Nova before it's over, please.
Yes,
Let's go.
To jump in. Io's taking a lot of damage, but they're turning it on to Carl instead. He pops a BKB, zips away to safety. Nothing to say, trying to pursue. Meanwhile, Ursa just eating everybody alive. GG is called.
Oh,
Poison Nova not cast, Scissorin. And LGD take Game 3 in very, very convincing fashion. And this is the team that we've been seeing throughout the entire group stage and now on the main event.
Yeah, when LGD are on, they're on, man. That was just not even close. Like,